We are live. We are here. Let's talk about some fights. Here we go. Yo 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 yo. What up? What up? What up? Yo Mason, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? Crawford TKO. Yes. Yes. Gene by KO. I think Diego Lopez wins. Fought way better competition. I think is more well rounded. I won't be surprised if Gene Silva wins, but I do think Lopez wins. Personally. But, but hopefully everything is going well. I'm watching you from San Francisco, California. What's up, bro? Not too much, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. See you in a while. What have you been up to? Not too much. I've been live the whole week this week. Bum, 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 bum. Bow, down, down. I'm excited for this boxing match tomorrow, dude. Yeah, man, me too. I'm excited for the boxing match. I'm excited for UFC Noche. I'm excited. I've been going to bed a lot earlier this week. Ooh, yeah. I feel ya, but not me. I'm a night owl. 100%. The Contender Series this week was sick as well. I don't know if you had seen it, but it was awesome. Crawford gonna get him? I think so. I think so. Gable Stevenson won his MMA debut. Gaslam needs to lay off the burger. He's done. He's done. Crawford's gonna show that he's the best in the world. Yep. Sure is. And again, this is not a disrespect to Canelo. Canelo's great. But I think Crawford has him. I think Crawford has him. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. He's the best switch hitter I've ever seen in my life. Yep, besides Marvin Hagler. Yep. $100. Gene is intense. Yeah, he is. Again, I like the guy. I just don't think he wins. But I do like him. I'm not picking him. I'm not picking against him because I don't like him. Dude. Yeah, Diego can't knock out anybody in the world at that weight class. Yes, he can. What the fuck? There you go. He's the only fighting nerd that hasn't lost in UFC yet. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. There. There. Manual. Mobzar get back? Yeah. Laurel Murphy, December. Yep. It's not announced yet, but yeah, it's probably when they fight. Where is your other chat members? Not here yet. Not here yet. Typically don't do Fridays. Why is it so fucking dark? don't get it. Yeah, dude, I've been falling asleep really early lately, so I probably missed your stream because you usually do pretty late. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they're typically late. What do you think about Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr.? I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I wouldn't be surprised if Vargas is able to squeak out a weird split decision, but I think Callum Walsh wins. But it's all going to depend on how he looks later in the fight, unless he can get him out of there early. I don't know if you've seen the Contender Series. It was awesome this week. It was so good. So good. Yeah, some just cannot make weight. Yep. Yep. And there was a stretch there where he was making weight. I don't get it. You know, you have to think he probably retires after this. Man, you must just be a food lover. Yeah. Yep, he is. He is. And, you know, I think even if it's an injury, I think he's going to retire no matter what happens. He's going to be done. Which is sad, but I do think it's time. I mean, how can you trust him to make weight? Yeah, for sure. For sure. He missed weight the one time he was supposed to fight Cowboy. Think Mobzar can be a champion next year? No. No. When Adesanya is going to get back in there? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. And I also don't really know who he would fight. I don't know. It's a great question. Mobzar versus Lerone Murphy. Lerone, who wins? Lerone. You think Brady can beat Islam or Jack? No. I think Brady could beat Jack, but I don't think Brady could beat Islam. Strickland Izzy again? God, no. Yuck. Paul Craig retired. He has a win over the current champ. Yeah, but I mean, he was losing the entire fight until that moment. But yeah, he was never getting back there. He just looked bad for a while. Islam taking Jack out? Yes. I think so. Slap that like button. MVP can beat Izzy? Yes. He's much bigger than Izzy. Much bigger. And it's just different levels at this age. I think MVP's 38, Izzy's 36. It's a different 38 for MVP than it is for Izzy. So he's gonna submit Jack. I think so. I think so. For sure. MVP can outstrike anyone at 170-85. I agree. The only thing that's going to lose him fights is takedowns. Takedown defense. Only Ian Gary grappling has been able to do anything to Venom. Yep, and that fight technically should have been a draw. You think Ilya fight with Armin or Dana protect him like Pereira versus Ankalaev? I mean, there's no protecting anybody. But I think Ilya beats Armin. I mean, people being like, Ilya's scared of Armin. There's nothing to be scared of. Armin has terrible striking defense. And what is Dana protecting Pereira versus Ankalaev? I mean, there's nothing to protect. Taporia Justin, God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Is what UFC will do? Yeah, I think so. Why not just do Armin Patty? I agree. I agree. I said yesterday in the live stream, I think Patty wins. People didn't like that. Or there were questions for it. Not I said that they didn't like it. Hello, mmanow. How you doing? I'm doing all right. How are you? Taporia would sleep Armin easily. Yep. Your beard is goated. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You think Lerone or Silva KO Volk? I think his chin is not existent right now. Well, it's definitely existing because he took big shots from Lopez. And the rounds that Volk won, he clearly won. He fought hard to win that belt back after kind of being in control besides the moments of him getting dropped. So I think his chin's perfectly fine. Patty is massive, 155. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's big. He's a big boy. It's the warmest month. Hello, I'm Korean, please. Okay. The month of the year, San Francisco, but it's cold out. Feels pretty good today. Patty's easily 200 pounds outside of camp. Yeah, easily. Easily. I think Armin can beat Ilya like Hamza do it with DDP. With wrestling, what do you think? No. Armin doesn't have wrestling like Hamzat has. He is a good scrambler, but I wouldn't say his wrestling is nearly as good as Hamzat. And also, Ilya has good wrestling. One loss for the nerd, and they say it's over for them. Yeah, correct, Spark. Sup, John? Which country is it? I have no idea. Where I'm at, U.S. Limo's taking Tatiana? No. And maybe with her striking, she has good power, good strikes, but I like Tatiana by sub. Who you got tomorrow for who? I have Lopez and Crawford. Tatiana by sub. Yep, man, Zhang beat Tatiana's ass. Yes, she did. She beat it so bad, she had to go up a weight division. Jenna Walker, next opponent. Menafield. If Gene wins, how do you think he will? Knockout. Ilya manager posted about him fighting Gaethje. I hate it. Zhang and Valentina so good. Yeah, I love that. Does anyone use Google Translator? I mean, sure, but we're not translating anything. Make sure you guys are slapping that like button. It helps push the stream. Appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Johnny Walker versus Julius Walker. Ooh, I like that. Julius was a little too competitive with Rafael, whatever that last name is. I'm excited for the card on October 4th. What's the card on October 4th? Oh, is that that's what's it? That's Pereira, isn't it? Yep, Pereira 320. Yep, me too. Zabit versus Yair would be such a banger. I don't think it'd be crazy. I gotta be honest. I'm not a big Zabit fan, and I do not like Yair. Robin gonna drown Corey. Yes, Magomed Alex. Yep. Who do you have? RDR versus Fluffy. RDR Fluffy. I think RDR will do well, but I think the output and the pressure from Fluffy wins him that fight. I got Fluffy by sub. I have Fluffy by TKO. Roundtree and Yuri going to be awarded. Yep. How's Aspinall getting the win against Cyril Gans? I think he could beat him later by finish. But I think it's going to be such a harder fight than people are given credit for. I don't think he's going to run through him. Zabit was really well-rounded. He can smash you anywhere the fight goes, unless it goes to the third round. You know how Johnny Walker was once hyped up to the guy beat Jones? Yep. Do you think Jones would have KO'd him given how Walker's chin wasn't good or not, since Jones didn't have KO power? He didn't have KO power, but he still KO'd Daniel Cormier, who never really even been hurt. Really. You know what I mean? I honestly, the biggest, I think John would have either fought him in a phone booth against the cage, or he would have taken down and smashed him. We would have figured out right then and right there how good Johnny Walker was, and it was not going to be pretty. That's another one they hyped up to say, this is John's next opponent. Fluffy gonna drown him. Yep. John Jones would have submitted Johnny Walker. Yeah. Yeah. I love the last 30 seconds of Zabit Kyle Bokniak. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Such a fun moment. Jones said he's training hard for a comeback. Of course he is. Of course he is. Of course. And he cornered Gable Stevenson tonight for his first win. And he looked good. He looked good. Practice KO Leon? Yes. Magomed really smashed Walker in the rematch? Yep. What's up, Corey? Difference between KO power and knocking someone out by accumulating damage over time? Yep. Johnny Walker versus MMA Book It. Let's go. Oh yeah, I just meant that Jones didn't have KO power with his hands. Oh, you're correct. I was just kind of digging it in on Cormier, but you are right. Yeah. Shoot, maybe he caught him on the fucking elbow or something. I don't know. I'd be crazy. I think Jones wants to get some more tape on time because there's not a lot. His fights are very fast. Yeah, but even in those fast tapes, even those fast fights, there's still stuff to see there. Apparently, Zane can't take calf kicks. Correct. Correct. Gonna take time out. I'm here for it. I am here for it. What's next for DDP? Shit, either Borello or the loser of RDR Fluffy. I think I'm becoming a huge Islam fan, man. I don't know why, but whenever his fights get a date, I can't wait for the fight. I mean, I feel ya. Because you know something crazy is going to happen. He goes to war. Volkov should be fighting time. I agree. Islam is good. Yep. Hello from Brazil. Appreciate you. He is also well-rounded like Zabit. Sure. Better cardio, too. Way better. I don't even know what that is. Zabit had that banana split submission. Yep, against Brandon Davis. Brandon Davis. Yeah, I think so. Santos, what? Brazilian president? Oh, okay. I have no idea who that is. Is Vinci Salaveria a prospect in the bantamweight division? I think so. I mean, I guess he just beat Zayed Nurmagomedov, what, 2 fights ago? Or a fight ago. He beat Kyler Phillips. He beat Ricky Simone. I mean, probably not a prospect, but I really like him. I don't think he's ranked yet. Islam beats a beat when they were amateurs. Ooh, I like it. You beard, it's nice. Appreciate you. Islam versus Armin 2 would have been cool. I was very looking forward to that. I like Sao Paulo. Okay. Okay. Aiden Carter and KO plus 800. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's a couple thousand feet up of elevation. Jesus. I couldn't even imagine. Islam beat Marcano is so easy. Yeah. I'm Evolved versus Hamza. I think Evolved will do well early, but as the fight continues to go, Hamza wins. Have you ever been to Nebraska? No. I've gone through it because my dad was a truck driver. I've been through it. I don't think I've been to it, though. Flynn, what's up, buddy? Who wins, Manon or Jasmine? Jasmine. I really want to visit outside of Brazil. Can you show me the view from your window? No. Isn't Usman Nurmagomedov fighting November 2? Yeah, he's fighting Paul Hughes. That's not who I'm talking about, though. RDR versus Hernandez winner will get a title shot over Imavov. I agree. That's what they said, too. But Islam got the glass chin like he got dropped by Marcano. He did not get dropped by Marcano. If you watch the replay, he doesn't even touch his chin. Doesn't touch the chin. I went to Colorado and climbed up. Jesus, fuck that. There ain't much to see in Indiana. Nope. He did not get dropped against Marcano. It's very clear if you watch the replay. Very clear. Usman will come and get lightweight title. Maybe. I think he signed a extension, like a contract. Vazeev knocking Charles. If it stays on the feet, yes. But I really do think Viziev could get submitted as well. I really need Bud Crawford to come through for me tomorrow. I got a lot of money on him. River Rat, we talked about this. I like him to win. The only thing to see in Indiana is a cold, gray day. Yes. Yes. 100%. Again, if you guys can, slap that like button, share the stream. You like Font or not? Not a big Font fan, but he is a good fighter. He just got put out fucking cold like 2 months ago, Charles did. Yeah, but if he grapples, then he's okay. He's not getting hit. Islam has great distance management. Yes. I like the video. I appreciate you, Tristan. Management with his kicks ever since that fluke KO, which I think was slightly early stoppage. Corey, there was nothing early about that. He goes out twice. That's crazy. If that was stopped, Ilya versus Herbert should have been stopped. What? Dude, you didn't watch that finish. He gets dropped badly, wakes up because he hit the canvas, and then he hits him and goes out and wakes up again. He's out. So you want Martinez then? Yes. No matter who wins the fight in the end, Piracy wins. What? Oh, okay. He's going to have to grapple right away, man. Yep. Fiziev looked really good against Ignacio. Yes, he did. Pay-per-view, what's up, buddy? Only difference was Ilya was able to grab a leg. Yep. And that's not the only difference. I mean, Islam went out, woke up, and went out again. I don't know if you remember seeing it or not. But it is clear as day. Clear as day. He's done for. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I think I can. Okay. Look at this. I got you, buddy. I appreciate you. Yeah, Islam was out of it. Yeah. Mitchell McKee should be on the Dana White Contenders card for, on October 14th. I agree. And then Cowboy Cerrone smashed the guy that slept him. Sure the fuck did. Okay, here it is. Boom. Back up, back up. Back up, right? Boom. Boom. Out cold. Out cold. Out cold. Boom. Drops like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, out cold. He hits him, yeah, dunzo. There's nothing early about that stoppage. Even a little bit. Nothing early. The guy that slept Islam never won again. It was a fluke. Never won again. Fluke? If you punch someone in the face and you put them out cold, it is not a fluke. You've never been in a fight before. That's not true. Fluke. Are you crazy? Let's see. Never won a fight again. Actually, he did. He won another fight in 2024. Also, he lost a split against Leonardo Santos. It was beating Kajan Johnson and then lost. But not a bad fighter. I think at one point he was 4-1 in the UFC and ended up 4-3. I guess I could have looked that up. Yeah, 4-3. Wing C should be in the Dana White Contender Series? No. Islam was being really reckless. Yes, he was. All the Caucasian fighters I've been following, Hamza Chimaev, Sirsakanov, Asman Bakayev. Okay. You know, that Islam was so reckless. Again, I agree for sure. Cerrone had to kick him. Yeah, it was nasty. Well, it wasn't a fluke either way because he beautifully knocked him out. Yeah. I bet Islam learned. Oh, he learned 100%. No, in the UFC, I meant. Well, sure, but it doesn't mean it's a fluke. Punched him in the face and he went out. Yeah, cause totally he didn't mean to punch Islam in the face. Fluke. Exactly, pay-per-view. You can't say it's a fluke when you punched him. He probably didn't win because Cowboy fucked his ass up. Well, that was like, he won after the Cowboy fight. Like, Cowboy knocks him out after the Crookshank fight. Cowboy knocks him out. He KOs Juan Puig, beats Rustam Kabilov by split, and then beats Islam. The Islam knockout was after 2 fights after Donald Cerrone knocked him out. It was only a year, but yeah, crazy. I didn't mean fluke like that. Oh, well, that's what fluke meant. I'm sorry. Obviously, he landed the punch. I just mean whoever would never happen again. I mean, sure, but it's what made Islam change. It's what made him stop being so reckless. Who wins, Patchy Mix or Jacob? I like Patchy Mix, but he might be in for a rough matchup against Jacob. Pico Problem is reckless. Yep. Oh, damn. Yep. Man, 155 has always been my dream division, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. And he, in Adreno Martins, he was 25-6 before he fought Cowboy. And Cowboy was 21-6. I think this was the start of Cowboy's run, right after the KJ Noons fight. Okay, so KJ Noons, he destroys. And he loses to RDA. And then he beats Evan Dunham, Adreno Martins, Edson Barboza, Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez, Miles Jury, Benson Henderson, John McDessie, loses to RDA again, beats Alex Oliveira, Patrick Cote, Rick Story, Matt Brown, and then goes on that bad run. And then he beats Yancy Marderos, loses a unanimous decision to Leon, beats Mike Perry, Alexander Hernandez, and Ali Quinta. Wow. Of course, definitely made him better fighter. He probably wouldn't be as great. 100% correct, Corey. It actually probably made the whole team learn a lesson. Yep. Do you play UFC 5? No. I feel like 155 is like the perfect combination of size and skill. Yep. Favorite fight of all time? Favorite fight? I mean, I love the Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler, Carlos Condit. I love those fights. Favorite fight of all time? It's honestly, this might be a hot take. My favorite fight of all time is Cowboy Cerrone versus Razor Rob McCullough in the WEC. So good. What fights we talking? We're just talking fights. What's your favorite 2-leg parlay? Well, we talked about it the last time we were live, or 2 lives ago. Let's see. You've been working hard? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Okay. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so Luna, I like a lot in that matchup. I think last time we did, what was it? Submission, or I think it was finish, double chance, Luna. Yep, Luna by KO or TKO or submission, plus 230. You're one, my 2-leg parlay. Very interesting. I don't think Gastelum wins. Let's go to the prelims real quick. I like Pereira to beat Rendon. Goodness. Well, I do think the Dusko fight, I think that fight goes over. That's over 2.5. Money-wise, take the under at plus 124. Unfortunately, I think the fight goes the distance, but that's not bad money at all to put at plus 124. There's really nothing to lose there, and then put something like, yeah, Alden. Uh, oh wait, oh yeah, Martinez. I really liked Martinez in the first. If he's gonna win, I like Martinez round one or round two by knockout. David Martinez, round one or two is plus 700. So now you're at plus 1600 odds. If you do one more, let's see. Luna, I really like, again, by finish. Like subs, very interesting to me. Um, Double chance on FanDuel. Santiago Luna, KO or submissions plus 230. That puts you at 5,800 odds. So if you do $10, you win $581. Yeah, that's crazy. Might take the under on that one fight, and I put Alden Correa. I like him by knockout, but it's a weird one to bet. Oh, Suarez by sub. Total rounds has to be crazy. Oh, more than 2.5. Ooh. Double chance Suarez sub. Ooh, I'm gonna go Tatiana Suarez round one or round two by submissions plus 210. Boom. Putting it in there. $10 wins you 1,800. Okay? 155, my favorite division. I agree. Every UFC fighter has a loss. I needed that loss to make me better. Yep. Conor versus Khabib, just because of the animosity they had towards each other. I like that. That's fine. Hey, brother. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Razor Rob. Yeah. Izzy versus Pro 2, my probably favorite KO. I like that KO too. Badahari, Stefan Leko, two best KOs. Bro, Gaslam is done. He's just fighting for money. Fight Milk. What's up, buddy? Rumor is John Jones was on a bus behind someone he thought was his wife, and well, the rest is history. You got me on that one, Fight Milk. You got me on that one. I read it way too fast. I think you deserve to be timed out for that one. Am I wrong for that? I feel like that's really wrong. Yeah. That's not cool. That's not cool. We all can make jokes and stuff, but not jokes like that. That's not cool. My bad for reading that out loud. I read them way too quick. That's my bad. Gaslam's Asian wife. His wife is pretty hot, to be fair. Connor KO versus Aldo is a Matrix level shit. My favorite. That's fair. My top 5 favorite MMA fights of all time. Oh, top 3. Top 5 favorite. Oh, okay. Fights of all time are 1, Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier. Love that fight. Brennan Royval, Joshua Van. I like that one. Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Moda. Ooh, okay. 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 I think the Nazim fight is great. Poirier and Makhachev's great as well. Matt Brown, elbow KO Dio Sanchez. That one's awesome as well. Yeah, you got to have Roy McDonald, Robbie, and then Carlos Robbie. I mean, 2 of the craziest 2 fights back-to-back I've ever seen in my life. I mean, even Matt Brown versus Eric Silva, I think in Matt Brown's hometown, that was crazy too. That was crazy. You know what? Yeah, Diego. Let me see if think of a knockout for Diego. Performance. Yeah, great performance against Joe Riggs only back in that day. Jesus. Joe Daddy was a good performance. Clay Guida was a weird one because Clay probably should have won that fight. Mm. Mm. SD Dumas beat Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage beat Zach Reese. Does Zach Reese beat SD Dumas? I don't think so. I think Dumas actually wins. I don't think it's going to be a great fight. Oh, that's another one you could. I mean, people could do. You could do. Let's do Elise Pereira versus Masra Rendon. I like Pereira. I like the double chance. It would be either KO or on points, which is minus 140. But I mean, I like her. If you really want to take a little bit of a risk, do round 1 or round 2 TKO for Elise Pereira plus 550. I know that odds are crazy, but I mean she is a girl that has finishes, so I know it says 550, but let me see. 5-0 against 6-1. Oh, where's it at? Okay, doesn't want to show me, I guess. Rear naked choke, TKO, 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 TKO decision. So, yeah. 550 is fine. Alden Correa. I like him to win. Will the fight go the distance? Gosh, no. What's the total rounds? 2.5. Probably under 2.5. To be honest. Yeah, probably under 2.5 on that. That should give you some insurance. CDF is going to murk Hernandez. I don't think so. Another one of my favorite fights is Mazatec Rebecca versus Orabai. Oh, I love that fight as well. Love that fight as well. Yo, what's up, buddy? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Appreciate you. Oh yeah. And then Zach Reese versus Dumas. Total rounds, over 1.5. I probably would say no. I don't think he's been to decision a few times. Dumas has also been to a decision, but he's lost. When he loses, it's been by finishes. Both of them. Gosh dang it. Zach Reese. Dumas. 2 finishes. 2 times he's been finished. 2 losses or 2 finishes. Dumas, Jesus. 3 losses, 3 finishes. So 100%, this fight does not go 3 rounds. But the question is does it go under 1.5? So 1 round and then 250. So Dumas lost to Michael Oleksiejczuk, 250 round number 1. Lost to Rizabayev under 4 minutes round number 1. Zach Reese. Bakayev just over 3 minutes round number 1. Cody Brundage 150 round number 1. Does it go under 1.5 rounds? Yes. Yes, it does. Would you ever try for the longest beard, or do you cut it sometimes? I do not cut it at all. So SD the Reaper. I'm taking Hernandez and Martinez as the dog this week. Talk me out of it. No. I'm with you, Emilio. 100%. I'm with you. Well, they're dogs, I believe, on Tapology. Hernandez is plus 100. Fuck. Who's the other one? Oh, and Martinez is a plus 105. Again, okay, we're good there. We're working on a parlay right now, Emilio. Jesus Aguilar, Gurriel, I believe, lost in the first, or was that early in the second round? I can't remember, against O'Day Osborne. Okay, so under 2 minutes in the second round, and it was over 1.5 rounds. Or no. Yeah, it was under 1.5 rounds. Okay. Aguilar, I think he's only been submitted. Yep, and that was by Teixeira. That was under a round, but he's been to a decision. He has two first-round finishes in the UFC, and then the rest are decisions. One of them he lost. The other one was a split that he probably shouldn't have won. Ooh, man. That's a hard one. Total rounds over 2.5 or under. I don't really like that because it's, well, if I go the distance, yes, double chance. Let's do Jesus Aguilar by KO or on points, plus 290. He's more of a submission guy, though. 7 subs, only 1 KO, and that was against Shannon, who's just really bad. I think if he could hurt Lewis, I like him by submission. So I'm actually going to do submission or on points, plus 220, just in case the fight goes to a decision. You like Bare Knuckle FC or Kings of the Streets? Not really. Not really. I like everything, like grappling and stuff like that. Those things don't really have that. Jesus, why is it dark and I have a fucking thing on? Gosh. Fighters coming off title fights, loses sometimes, don't perform well in the next one. Diego Lopez, Tatiana Suarez. Yeah, I don't think Diego's going to be in that boat. I got to be honest. And I think Suarez has to be careful of the power of Lemos, but I like the front chokes by Tatiana Suarez to win that matchup. And I just think Diego's more well-rounded. I did not like this weight cut for Gene Silva. I thought he looked really, really bad. I don't remember him looking like that in these other couple ones. So I'm also a little bit more worried as well. But yeah, here's these so far. Next, we have Tatiana Suarez by Lemos. I like Suarez. Let's do total rounds. That's over 2.5. Under 2.5. Cool. I think if you're going to do it, the double chance doesn't really have the money. Like submission or on points is minus 230. I guess if you want to get it at all by KO or TKO or on points, plus 115. But I don't like that. I think she wins by sub. Tatiana Suarez to win by submission round 1 or 2. Yeah, I'm going to go 210. You could go rounds 2 or 3 just in case. Get plus 370. Let me see, actually. Total, no, not total. How the fight will end. Submissions plus 120. Round betting. Method. Where is it at? Oh. Round betting. No. Oh, fight to start round number 2. Fight to start round number 3. I'm going to say the fight does not start round number 3. No. That's minus 110. Yeah. Gosh, Tatiana Suarez round 1 or round 2? That one's a little bit of a tough one, I gotta be honest. I like extremely skilled fighting, and King of the Streets is not that. That's for sure. I was gonna take Kelvin the Fridge by decision, but the weight cut is swaying me to bet KO or TKO. I don't think he gets finished. He's never finished. Dustin Stoltzfus is very durable. and he's just a really, really good grinder. If there's any finish at all, it's Dustin Stoltzfus by submission. But again, I don't think Kelvin's heart is truly in this fight. For one, he's coming back way too soon. If any of you guys watched him after that Joe Pyfer fight, he said he needed to make changes. He can't keep fighting that way, and he comes right back. Yeah, I think Dustin Stoltzfus wins this. I think he grinds it out. And then again, if there's a win, if there's a finish, it's by submission by Dustin. Can you run through the parlay legs one more time? Well, I think I got that. Okay, right there. I'm still going through it a little bit. Hold on. 2 more for the prelims. Joaquin Silva or Claudio Polus. Will the fight total rounds? Under 2.5 is plus 110. I think this fight goes under 2.5 rounds. I think that's a very, very easy pick, honestly. Rounds, let's do the round start number 2. Yes is plus 4. It doesn't start round number 3 is plus 124. But under 2.5 also gives you that 2 minutes and 50 seconds of round number 3 to get to see. I think I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put that the fight does not start round number 3. Yeah. And then the last one for the prelims, Jose Medina versus Dusko Todorovic. Total rounds over 2.5 or under 2.5. Dusko is okay as a fighter, but Medina has shown us absolutely nothing except that he's durable. I think if there is a fight that he can win, it could be this one. I have to be honest. That does worry me a little bit, but he's also a bit of a punching bag, and at 34, I don't really trust him. Been finished 2 times, 10 finishes. Again, he's fought good competition, but still, Dusko's 12-6. Decent ground and pound also for Jose Medina. 11 finishes, has been TKO'd or KO'd 4 times. 3-6 in the UFC, all 4. His 4 TKOs, losses in the UFC. Lost to Zach Reese, Mansour, Christian Leroy Duncan, knee injury, but still. He's 1-4 in his last 5. Jesus. He was 9-0 coming into the UFC. 9. He's 12-5, so he's 3-6. Yeah. This fight does not go the distance at all. Under 2.5. That is all for that. Now it's crazy odds. 7-leg parlay. You put 10. You're gonna hit some. You put $1. You're gonna put $1. You're still gonna win over $600. Again, crazy odds, but you can break them up. You can put them into 2s. You can do, whatever you want. So, Ayo, what's up, buddy? Hey, sorry, I didn't think you were doing a leg for each fight. My bad. No, dude, Tristan, you're good, buddy. You're good. Say the leg again. Okay, so again, you could break them up however you want. 7-leg parlay, though. Elise Pereira to win by KO or TKO in rounds 1 or 2. Good odds, but she's a finisher, and I don't think Redon's all that great. Under 2.5 rounds for Costa and Coria. Under 1.5 rounds for Reese and Dumas. If they lose, it is before the second round. Jesus Aguilar by submission or on points. Tatiana Suarez, Amanda Lemos to fight to start round number 3. No. Fight to start round number 3. No for Joaquin Silva and Claudio Polis. And then Jose Medina versus Dusko Todorovic, under 2.5. I think that's pretty easy money at plus 124. That is a 7-leg, but you can, of course, break it up. You can put it in 2s, you can put it in 3s, you can switch it, do a 3 and a 4. You could do, however you want to do it. Like I said, you put $10, you're winning big. Who do you have the nose fight? Oh, Jose fight. I have under 2.5 rounds for the Jose Medina Duska Todorovic fight. Somebody's getting finished, and it's at plus 124 right now. I think it's under 2.5. I don't think this fight goes to 3. 3 rounds, full. Who do I choose to win? I think Dusko could get it done because he's on a 3-fight losing streak. But at the same time, if there's a fight, if there's a person that's going to win, it's going to be Jose. But like, if there's a fight that Jose can win, it'll be this one. That's why I picked the under 2.5 rounds. And what round do you think Jones would have beaten Ngannou in? Honestly, probably the third or the fourth. For sure. For sure. Gene or Lopez? Lopez. I just think Gene has to fought the level of competition that Lopez has. Yes, Lopez gets hit. Gene hits hard for sure. I get that. But I just think what Lopez does really well, like mixing everything up, you just might be able to win that fight. Fighting Nerd's been taking L's. Yeah, it's good competition, though, so nothing to really hold your head down on. So there's that. There's that one. So now let's do the main card. Okay, let's clear this one. Actually, I can't really do that. Fuck. Whatever. Guess I'm gonna add it. I can't. I have to remove him. Let me see. Okay. So Santiago Luna versus Quan Lee. I really like Quan Lee by submission. I think he wins or not Quan Lee. I like Santiago Luna by submission, rounds 1 or 2. That's plus 950. But again, most significant strikes. Ooh. I like the double. Let me see. Round. Fight to start round number 2. No. 3. No. I don't think that fight starts round number 3. And then Gaslam Stoltzfus. Total rounds is over 2.5 because Gaslam doesn't get finished. Under 2.5, I like that. I do. But I'm also going to go Dustin Stoltzfus to win in rounds number 2 or 3. No, I like double chance. 1 second. Double chance. Submission or on points is plus 220. So I like that. The under is also very intriguing. And that covers your bases on who wins. I'm going to do that. It's a little bit better, lesser odds, but still going to cover some bases and do that. And then let's do Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. And I like Jared Gordon a lot. Total rounds is minus 310 to go over 2.5, plus 225 to go under 2.5. I like the under on that. The fight. Fight to start round number 3. Outcome of first. Outcome of third. No third round. Ooh. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say the Rafa Garcia Jared. That's a little bit of a risky one. It's a little bit of a risk. I'm gonna do the under 2.5 for the Rafa Garcia Jared Gordon. Under 2.5. Yeah, just to cover the bases. Rob Font versus David Martinez. Again, I already talked about this. I like David Martinez by KO early. Total rounds 100% under 2.5. Cover your ass. 2 plus 240 is crazy to me. That seems super easy. I think that fight is a finish. And then we have Diego Lopez, Gene Silva, total rounds under 3.5 rounds or over 3.5. Really, you're saying it's gonna go to that fourth round, or yeah, through the fourth round. Most significant strikes. God, that's tough. Submission. Diego Lopez by TKO or KO in rounds 2, 3, or 4. That's plus 1,200. Gene Silva to win 3, 4, or 5 plus 290. Under 3.5. So let's do rounds. Fight to start go to the fourth. No. Fight to start the fifth. No. Minus 110. At 10, 1,200. Jesus. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Wow. But, yeah. I will be live for the whole card. Make sure you guys show up to that for sure. I will see you then. Peace.